We're both disruptors. Remember?
Yes. I do remember.
We're both disruptors in our own ways, but hers is completely unintentional and mine is extraordinarily intentional. So it's a very interesting dynamic. Same but different.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How are you both doing today?
Hi, Grant. We're good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm really excited to talk about this show.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. I thought you might get a kick out of it.
I do. Yeah, it's really cool.
So I got to say,
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, it's a stream, Billy and Stu. So I got to say, though, I watched the show over the weekend and I loved it from start to finish. It is.
Thank you.
Now, this is going to come out before the show comes out or right in time for it. So we can be a little spoiler free. But what about, I'll start with Liana and then Priscilla. What about the show, the script really caught your interests to want to be a part of it?
I think I say this lightly, but I feel like I related a little bit to it. I too also have quite an obsession with true crime. And I think that Kaley's character very much emulates our society right now. And I was like, wow, I think that a lot of people are going to get a kick out of this. And also just the script tonally had such a clear voice to it. And I think that translates very well on screen as well. It was just a really, really good script and the cast is amazing. And it just felt like a jackpot getting to be a part of it.
1000%. I'm also obsessed with true crime. I love listening to podcasts. I love all the documentaries, Dateline, everything, all of it. So it didn't feel like I was stepping too far outside of my day-to-day normal life, to be honest. On top of that, it was such a fun read. It's so snappy. It's so quick. It's funny. It's dark. It's like 6 different genres in one that blend seamlessly. So it was a really fun read. It was even funner to make. And I hope you guys love it.
I know I personally did, and I do love its mix of various genres. I especially love the unique dynamics you both have with Kaley in particular throughout this show. Liana as a sister and Priscilla as a really close friend. What was it like building those bonds with her, both off camera as well as on for this shoot?
It was like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It was she is truly a comedic genius, and there's nothing more intimidating than like walking on set being like, I can't believe I'm about to go toe to toe with this amazing actress. And she could not have been more warm and fun and playful. Like she just is so down to play and do different things. And also she's just like a great leader. It makes so much sense when when stepping onto the set, knowing her history in television, and it makes so much sense why she has the opportunities that she does, because she's wildly talented and such a lovely person.
To everyone on set, cast, crew, no matter your job, she treats everyone like they're so important. So that was amazing to see. And then when I first signed on to the show, she called me. We shared the same agent, actually, so I had heard so much about her already. So she called me and she was like, we're going to be best friends. We're going to eat all the Taco Bell. We're going on a hike. And I was like, when? She's like, tomorrow. I was like, okay. Will you bring the Taco Bell to the hike?
That sounds great.
But she was so sweet and so kind and so funny. And, even the hard days on set, she has a great attitude. She's a great leader. And I learned so much just from being around her.
Well, I love that you got to both have that experience with her. It sounds like a real treat, as to see her on camera as well as off camera. And so both of your characters as well, as individuals, have so many unique layers that I love to see on screen as powerful women. And I'm curious what that was like for each of you to get to the heart of your character and really find who they were as the show went on.
How did you find the heart of your character, Priscilla? Where is that heart?
I think that she has such an interesting arc, my character. Like, she starts off as the best friend and she's so fun and outgoing and you're like, oh, I want to be friends with her, right? And then a couple things happen and you're like, ooh, okay, maybe it was just a bad day for her. And then a couple more things happen and you're like, oh my God, why is she friends with her? So we had like a very interesting arc for my character, I think. So that was so much fun to play. But also because she's so fabulous on the outside, but she's hurting so much on the inside. So it was really fun to be able to explore that. that's where my heart is.
You do a great job at it, honestly. And you plant it so it feels very strategic, like throughout the season. It's really cool to watch.
Thank you.
I've forgot the question. Can you remind me? Where's your heart? My heart. I don't know. I feel like Tori, her heart is just like right freaking there. Like she very much leads with her heart. I feel she wants to do good in the world. She is a bit of a moral compass on the show, and that kind of causes its own obstacles and problems for Nathan and Ava unintentionally. And yeah, it was very nice and refreshing to get to play her.
We're both disruptors, remember?
Yes, I do remember.
We're both disruptors in our own ways, but hers is completely unintentional and mine is extraordinarily intentional. So it's a very interesting dynamic. Same but different.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a really wonderful one to watch as the show plays out. I can't wait for people to see it. And Liana, since you mentioned it being a breath of fresh air, and we pointed out the shirt earlier, I know timelines are always all over the place on these productions, and I'm curious where this landed in terms of Scream 6 and how the productions compared, given they have a few similar inklings, let's say.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep falling into these like serial killer projects. I don't know what it is. It was actually closely after I wrapped Scream and then immediately started auditioning for this. But tonally, it feels so different. I know that it kind of deals with killers, but I mean, my character feels so different to Quinn, and this is a comedy, and it's very, very entertaining. The only thing that I will say there is some similarities is it is a very like meta satirical outlook on our society and world and how we approach difficult situations. And I do think Scream has little tidbits of that as well. But I think based on a true story is it's very risky and ballsy and out there and so unpredictable.
Same but different.
Yeah.
You know, I kept waiting for certain pins to drop as the show went on, and it never did. And I loved that about it because it, like you say, it kept it unpredictable. And I can't wait for people to see how unpredictable the show can be when it comes out. So thank you both so much for taking the time to chat. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have
nice
a good
to
one.
meet you.